Welcome back to the channel, guys. And as you can see, I've got the fields cleared and harvested everything. And I'm just now going in collecting the straw that was left. Um, and the funny thing is, it seems that you get more straw than you do actual crop. At least with the wheat, it seems that way. I've had a ton of straw off of this field alone, and the other field I had to go to the hayloft 2 or 3 times just to to get that done. So yeah, it's definitely produced a lot of straw, which will be good for the animals when we do start them, um, which will hopefully be pretty soon. Now, one thing I did notice, and I was going to do it, but I decided, I wasn't going to start over again. I was just going to be live with it. Um, is I did go ahead and um, it wanted to do the update for that for the old truck pack, so I went ahead and I did that. And I wasn't aware that when I did that, I would lose the truck that I'd already purchased. So I did lose my truck. But it's no big deal. We'll eventually buy another one when we need it. I guess will be the we don't need it right now. We're nowhere near doing animals or anything, and in all honesty, I don't know if I'm going to go that route anyway. I might just I might just buy something else to transport the animals, or just maybe not transport the animals at all. I might just have them delivered um, and go that route. Because I just don't want to be spending money. And I mean, I'll eventually buy a truck um, just to have a faster way back and forth from the store. Um, but for now, I'm just going to stick with the tractor and just use what I have and not waste any more money on that sort of stuff. Um, because yeah, uh, it was definitely unfortunate that I lost the truck, but it is what it is. You can't really uh, fault the game because I did it myself. I should have did a little bit more research before doing it, and I did not. So that's on me. But it's no big deal. It was just a truck. It wasn't anything that was important to our farm or anything. It was just something that I enjoyed, I guess you could say. Um, so we'll be able to continue production and push forward, and just trying to make sure to get as much of this collected as possible. Um, for just so we have it. We have it stockpiled and things. But as you can see, it takes very little time for you to fill this up. So at some point, I'm probably going to want to update or upgrade my trailer, just for something that and I can't drive, but just for something that'll hold a little bit more in terms of volume, um, because it seems like we made, I don't know, 6 trips, maybe more already, and not even halfway through that field yet. Um, so yeah, I guess if we look here, it'll probably give us a good idea. Um, if we go over, uh, so this holds, I think it holds 1,200 or maybe 12,000 liters. And as you can see, I've already stored 60,489 liters. So um, just roughly, I guess that's about 5 trips. But still, I mean, it's still a lot of trips um, for this. But it's one of those things. We're starting small. We'll eventually have the bigger, better things. Um, So yeah, I mean we're getting there slowly. It's definitely my plan is I'm going to finish this up and then I'm going to fill my cedar and what I'm going to do from there is I am going to plant some oil seed, and then that way, that's basically just going to be for um, fertilization purposes for the next crop that we put down. Um, so yeah, it's just it's one of those things. It'll take us a little bit, but we're getting there. Um, slowly but surely, and it's I'm just not going to I'm just not going to do another restart though because of the truck issue. It's something that I'm going to live with. I don't know what now. I really don't know what caused the issue previously. So it is what it is at this point. But yeah, we're going to press forward on this and get this finished up. And it's just something we got to do before we put that old seed down. And this, while straw doesn't really have any value, um, in terms of resale when you play seasons, unless I think you have to have it in bale form for it to have value. It's going to have value to us because we're going to start animals. Um, so in that sense, it's going to be very valuable to us. Um, you know, we may not be able to make any money off of it, but we're going to see the value because it's going to save us from having to go and buy this straw when the time comes, for us to you know actually start with the animals. And but as you can see, I mean we're making a lot of trips. We're putting a lot of miles on the old tractor here. um, and I just noticed we're about at the halfway point for fuel. So what I may do is I may go ahead and get the front loader for my tractor and go and get a uh, fuel pallet. That way, we've got fuel here on site, and we don't have to worry about if we start running low in our equipment. Because I know that that's going to be an issue at some point, and definitely don't want to be running out of fuel on the farm. So, yeah, that's definitely something that I'm going to look at. But yeah, just the one thing I don't like is when it does that and it for whatever reason it doesn't pick it all up just right. Um, and it's just how you gotta hit it perfectly because it's got its little marks that it'll reach to. Um, and if you don't hit that just so, then it just doesn't work for you. Now I found that if you put the cruise control in about 3 mile an hour, this thing works perfectly. You can just kind of cruise along, and it'll pick up everything for you with no issues. Um, but yeah, I mean we've got these fields, we got them pretty much ready to go for the off season to get them ready for next season. Um, Now, I don't know if there's a possibility that we could get another um, another crop in before winter hits. I just don't want to chance it because it's very unlikely that we would be able to. Um, but I did notice the first day of autumn, um, and I don't know why that is, but it's been the warmest day thus far. It's almost 70 degrees, and through the summer, even I think which it may have just been that I wasn't paying attention, but I believe through the summer months it was like 58 and 60. Um, so it seems like during the autumn season we're hitting the warmer part, but I'm sure mid and late autumn will be a totally different thing as we get closer to winter. I'm sure that temperature is going to bottom out, and then of course with winter we may even get some snow. Um, I don't know if you get a lot of snow on this map, but it's one of those things. I know that it does snow because um, at the spring, if you remember, I think it was the very first video I uploaded. Um, we got some snow. Um, and it was right as I was getting ready to plow. So okay, so we're slowly getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump this because I'm close, and that way I don't have to turn around or anything. I can just bring this over and just dump it out. And um, so yeah, in terms of plans, I mean, I do have some plans. Um, I think next thing I'm going to do is this. Let me go over this right here. It's $10,000, which I don't have enough money for right now. But I believe it holds 500 chickens. So I'm probably going to go that route because I noticed I wasn't sure what all that you could actually sell at the store, and I know there's some things like um, manure and slurry and stuff you can't really sell, and so what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and just got to looking at what you could sell. And I noticed that you can sell milk, which is a good thing for when we do get cows. And I think that's wool. You can sell wool, and as you can see, you can also sell eggs. So um, those are all things that's going to be good for us when we do start with animals. Um, because we're going to really be able to to push forward and get that extra money coming in from the things the animals produce. Um, so I am excited about that. And plus, with animals, you're constantly doing something, so I won't have to go days in the video game without actually recording anything for you guys because it's just the thing is when during the winter months, we're really not going to be doing a whole lot on the farm right now. We may do some plow, as far as the snow goes. We may do some of that, but we're not going to be doing a lot in terms of the field, just because we're not really going to have any crop that we're going to be focusing on. We're going to have oil seed, but that's just to essentially fertilize for the next season. Nothing more. It's not going to be anything that we're going to make any money off of. It's just going to save us money on fertilizer. Um, and that's really all we're going to have going on there. So I think I'm gonna, when I get the money to get the chicken coop, I'm gonna get the chicken coop, and I'm gonna get some chickens, and then because we have the wheat that we can supply to them. And I don't even think with chickens, I don't even think you need water. So that's that'll be all right. So we don't have to worry about getting a tanker just yet. And if we do, we'll just pick up a tanker. I mean, that's no big deal. You know, um, it's relatively inexpensive. Um, so we'll just pick one up and not really worry too much about it because we've got a watering point right there. And I may even just put down a little one of those little the points to where you've got a watering point at every pretty much at every animal pen. That way we don't have to go very far, and each animal can have its own dedicated um, you know water supply And that way that'll be a little bit less that we have to do. I mean, I'll probably still only do one tank, but we don't have to go, too far from the actual animal pen to actually get the water for the animals. So that'll be good. That'll be good. And another thing, I guess, guys, I mean, do you guys prefer like longer videos, or would you rather the videos be shorter? Because I know a lot of times I'm just talking about a lot of random stuff. A lot of times it may be stuff that's going on in my life, and it may not necessarily be something that you guys want to hear. You may just want to, keep it, strictly farming simulator related, I guess. But I don't mind, talking and letting you guys get to know me, and my things that I do in my day to day life. And, it's kind of funny. Um, on an earlier video, I think it was the last video, um, I was actually talking about my stepson and how he came in here asking about chicken fingers. And well, shortly after I'd recorded that video, um, he had basically what he had did is he had he came in here and he had turned on my OBS Studio, which is what I use to record with, and he had got really close to the mic and was talking about how Batman loves you, and it was just kind of a silly thing that he was doing, I guess. And if I still got the video, I actually might even put that in as an intro for this, just so you guys can hear it and just hear how crazy he is with some things. So yeah, I might actually do that. We're getting pretty close to the end of this, though, so we're going to be wrapping this up soon. Um, Go ahead and see if I can pick that up. We don't have to worry too much about that. And we're going to get this, and well, I probably going to have to make a couple more trips to the thing. I don't know. We might be able to get through this one, and but yeah, either way, it's not going to get all the way through this and then both of those other rows too. I'm hoping I can get all the way to the end of this though, and that'll be all right. I can live with that little bit there. That's left. That's not going to be a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and run this down, empty it for the next to the last time, because I'll go ahead and empty what little bit I get out of that too. Yeah, as you can see there, guys, where I leveled it out from the rock, I didn't do the greatest of jobs. Um, but, it is what it is on that. I can't really. Um, it's so difficult. It's one of those things like I've tried it, and it's really difficult to get used to at first. So I guess I'm gonna probably just tinker around with it some, and just kind of get the hang of it, because um, it's really it's if you hit it the wrong way, or if you do something the wrong way, then it kind of really just throws off your whole plan. So I think what I'll do is I'll work around with it, and I'll get it to where it's just right, and that way we can get this spot leveled out pretty decently. Um, so yeah, we're on this last little bit, guys, and it looks like we will pretty much be done for the season. We've got our crop, we've got them in. I'm still holding on to them. I don't know if I'm going to sell them yet or not. I may just sell what I've got. Um, when it's in demand, and what I'll do at that point is I'll next season in the spring I'll start with chickens, and I'll probably just start out with buying some chicken feed, um, and see how that goes. And if it's not too um, costly to operate chickens that way, I may do that. And then as we acquire more land, and get bigger fields and more fields, we'll we'll start to be more self sufficient with that. But yeah, guys, I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. We've got the fields cleared. Everything's starting to shape up on the farm. I don't know if I showed you these new silos yet. I'm sure you've seen them, but I just went with this because I think that's the ones that come with this map, and I just like them. And I've got a hayloft now, which I'm sure you've seen. We're making progress. We're getting to where we want to be. Um, it is getting a little bit late. As you can see, where I don't own this section of land over here, it made it really difficult to get to get the straw that was on the edge of this. So I didn't really even worry about it because in order for me to be able to get that, um, it would have just taken a really long time. And in all honesty, I'll just wait. This right here is probably going to be one of the next spots of land that I buy, um, simply because it's a good spot. It's fairly flat, and I could do a decent field, with that too. I know that you got some rocky section here. And that'll just give me a chance to work with that landscaping tool and get better at it. And then hopefully though the next thing we buy is 27, and we'll start with the animals. That's where I really want to go, guys. If I'm honest, I really want to get started with animals. I'm excited about that because it to me that makes it feel more like a farm. So yeah, I mean we're getting there. We're making progress. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, guys, and I'll probably do this off camera, as I'll probably go ahead and just plant that field with some oil seed, plant the backfield with oil seed. Just get everything going for next year, get everything ready. And unless something eventful happens during the winter, um, I probably won't record very much of it. Um, you know, uh, but yeah, I mean, I guess with that, guys, I'll see you in the spring, and look forward to seeing what we do next season, or next year, I should say. Um, so yeah, I appreciate it if you watch the video. Definitely thank you for that. And if you enjoyed the video, I would greatly appreciate if you left a like on the video for me. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoy the content, please just subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to do these farming simulator videos on a daily basis. So if I could have, you subscribe, if you enjoy this content, you subscribe, and, even leave me some comments letting me know what you guys would like to see in the future. Things like that, it would just help me better understand what you would want to see, and it would help me, um, you know, basically give you the content that you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, I just enjoy playing the game. I don't mind what exactly I'm doing. It's just something that I enjoy doing. So yeah, if you've watched the video, I definitely want to appreciate you. I definitely want to thank you. I should say I'm getting tongue tied here. But you have a wonderful rest of your day.